to your foreign exchange challenges.
Awesome. Hello, I'm Sandra, Comfort Zone Manufacturing.
Mr. Frank, Amigo Manufacturing.
Fantastic presentation, by the way.
Thank you.
You sounded so confident in your presentation. How are you coping with the current economic recession in the country? You know, as manufacturers we are largely dependent on local market.
Manufacturing.
Fantastic presentation, by the way.
Thank you.
You sounded so confident in your presentation. How are you coping with the current economic recession in the country? You know, as manufacturers we are largely dependent on local market. Many of our finished goods are piled up in the warehouse. Because demands from buyers have reduced, what do you think is the way out?
You're right actually, I'm also experiencing the same situation. The current decline is making it difficult to sell locally. But I'm already preparing to take advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA.
AFCFTA?
Are you not aware of the fact that the whole of Africa have come together to sign an agreement to trade together duty-free? And that means, after manufacturing my products I can ship it to 53 African countries without payment of duty.
Awesome.
Which is an extra market for me. This program is starting next year, and I'm already preparing to take advantage of it.
Wow, thank you so much. How are you going about it? And how can I also prepare for it?
Well, I'm currently training myself and other staffs to take advantage of this. And I've found an executive diploma program in export business from the American Institute of Extended Studies to enable me achieve this.
This is great. Thanks so much for the information. How can I also enroll for this program?
To register for an executive diploma in export business management and take advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement,
simply call 0809-124-4449 or send an email to tradacademy@3timpex.com.
Welcome, sir. This is the second time I'm coming to see you. I need to know how to go about this export business. Please do relax, sir. With all due respect, I need to see a manager. You guys need to be able to give me enough information about this export business. I'm sorry, sir. The bank is a financial institution. We offer financial advice to the best of our knowledge. This is just waste of time. My manager might be able to give you some recommendations. Please do hold on. Hello, sir. Please do come with me to my office. So I was told you needed information on export business. Well, sir, a lot of opportunities have passed by me in the past few months. I have received so many orders for my product and services abroad I just don't know how to go about it. Well, it's a good thing you came here today. One of Nigerian's foremost trade consulting firm 3T Impex now provides export support services for both intending and existing exporters. Really? Support services like, well, name it. Export market advisory, export product advisory, export skill acquisition e-learning, export pricing advisory, export contract advisory, export paperwork advisory, export finance advisory, to mention just a few. Wow, this is like a dream come true. How do I contact them to know more? Simply call 0809-124-4449 or send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com. Export service designed just for you. Subscribe to 3T Export Support Services now.
Wow man, you are doing quite good.
You are not doing bad yourself.
How is your business doing these days, with the economic decline here and there? You don't look like you are being affected at all.
Well, it's affecting everyone. I just found a way of, expanding market for my services.
Really? Tell me more.
Let's talk in my office. So basically, I found a way of taking my services to other countries in the world. Hence, I don't have to depend so much on the current economic situation in our country.
Oh my god, this is awesome. But how did you go about it?
Well, thanks to 3T Impex and American Institute of Extended Studies, I was able to acquire skills and competence to take my skills to the world. Through Executive Diploma in Service Export Management.
That's just great. Is this program just for everyone? You know I'm not into ICT service like you.
Well, the following services and many more can be exported. They are ICT, professional services, management consulting, marketing, training and education, engineering and architectural services, entertainment services, customer services and call center, graphics and photography, HR-related services. Don't get me started on the benefits. Earning in foreign exchange, increased sales volume and so much more.
I'm not waiting.
Timpex.com. Sales volume and so much more.
I'm not waiting to hear more. I'm calling 08036522946 right away.
You can also send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com.
That's it. I'm signing up right away.
To sign up or know more about our services, simply call 08036522946 or send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com.
Hey Paul. What a surprise to see you. In the port, of all places.
Life is full of surprises, I guess.
You and this your sense of humor. I came to relax at the riverbank before I sighted you. So, what on earth brings you to the port?
Actually, I came to oversee the export of my products.
You must be joking, right?
No, I'm not.
When did you start producing? Not to talk of exporting?
I actually started some few months ago. I now produce and export processed food items. And basically I am here to oversee the shipment myself.
Wow. It's been barely 15 months since I last saw you. Won't you tell me how all this happened?
Of course I will. Let's go grab a sit.
So how did you become an exporter in such a short time?
Well, the last time we met I told you of my plans on exiting paid employment. So I was looking out for a business to go into. A few weeks later, I came across a training program organized by 3T Impex Trade Academy, one of Nigerian's foremost trade consulting companies.
Really?
Yes, the training is tagged From Export Novice to Export Legend.
Sounds great. Tell me more.
After 6 months, I completed the Diploma in Export Business Management. And in another 6 months, I successfully produced and packaged, even without having a manufacturing company.
Amazing.
I know, right? And all this is aside the free export advisory services, free export license, free books and audio materials, to mention just a few.
Wow, thank the heavens I came down to the port today. I am definitely considering this. How can one get started?
Simply call 0809-124-4449 or visit www.globaltradecollege.com. You can also send an email to tradacademy@3timpex.com. Be a pod, own your own export business, and become an export legend today.
All right, If you can hear me, kindly raise up your hand. Just indicate by raising up your hand, please, if you can hear me. Can you hear me, please? All right, Adesheun, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm happy to announce that we have come to the end of this series. Although next week we'll be doing a recap. I'll go through all the product next week from beginning to the end. So we'll do a recap next week. And from upper week, we're going to start exploring the African market. I will do an introduction upper week, and then we'll begin to explore African market one by one. So we'll move from Angola, Algeria, Angola, Benin, Burundi, down to Zimbabwe. So that will take us for the whole of next year, actually, because we'll be spending a week. Each week we'll be addressing each of the market, and I'm already working on it, and it's interesting for me myself as I do the research to look at all the opportunities in those countries. What are the things we can ship to those countries? And if you want to enter those countries, what's the best option for you? Do you need to get a distributor? Can you use an agent? And how do you market in that environment? If you want to register a business, what are the options? As much as I can find, we'll be looking at it together. And then looking at the economy of those countries also, the per capita income of the country, to be sure they also have the money to buy, and who is buying, which part of the country is buying. All that will be exploring starting from that will be somewhere around middle of December. And that will continue, like I said, so by the time AFCFTA starts in January, we'll have done maybe like maybe 5 or 6 countries, but it's going to be one country after the other, and we're going to do that every week. If you are new to this platform, this is an initiative of 3D Impress Trade Academy. This used to be an online program on Facebook before we moved to Zoom, but we're still streamlining on Facebook on our page, 3D Impress Trade Academy. But we also, we call it Import-Export Helpline. But now we are focusing only on AFCFTA for the next 1 year, just discussing issue around the African Continental Free Trade Agreement and how Nigeria can take advantage of it. And to know that some countries have done a lot in getting ready and some countries have not done enough. And I think Nigeria is one of those countries that have not done enough, because many people are not aware of this. And for those just joining us, this is part 13 in this series. And the previous one is actually on the Instagram channel. It's on the Instagram channel. So I will drop the Instagram channel for you. If you click on this Instagram channel I'm dropping for you right now, you will be able to have access to the previous episode. You'll be able to have access to the previous episode. That's part 1 to part 12, apart from the one we are doing today, which is part 13. Also, I've mentioned the network of practicing non-oil exporters. This is a body to fight for exporters and to support exporters in Nigeria. The Executive Council have been inaugurated, and the body will soon start operating. And it will be good for you to visit that website to be able to at least register and be able to, yes, Telegram channel. Thank you. Okay, I'll be talking about this later on. So let's start today. Today we are looking at eggs. As small as egg is, to think that Africa is importing $161 million of egg product, in my opinion, is amazing. $161 million. $161 million in egg. Who are those importing this egg? And this tells you something. This, apart from the chicken, the chicken meat itself, the chicken itself, or frozen chicken itself, that is actually interesting for me, really, because Africa is only able to export $32.7 million. So we are heavily dependent we are severely dependent on import of egg. I don't know how many countries in Africa are importing this. I don't know how many countries in Africa are importing this. But for me, I think this is interesting for me to see that a lot of African countries are importing eggs. Interesting, right? A lot of African countries are importing eggs. It sounds like, does it mean we can't produce enough for ourselves? Sincerely, I really do not know. I really can't say why we are doing this volume. So who are the buyers? Libya. Libya is a market to be considered when you are thinking of egg importation. So for us as a nation, if you are in the Greek space and you are thinking of where to export to, this will not be a bad one for you. Because now we have Libya. And we even have in West Africa 2 countries. And I'm surprised to see that Nigeria itself, I'm surprised to see that Nigeria itself is importing egg. So my question is, does it mean Nigeria is not producing enough egg? That's the way it appeared to me. Maybe in powdered form, but the fact is that it's egg. Either in the raw form or in the powdered form. Powdered form should be a lot easier. I think that should even be a lot easier for anyone that wants to deal. As in exporting it in powdered form, I think should be a lot easier for anyone interested. Because the implication for me, if we can export in powdered form, which I think I guess, and I suspect a lot of people are doing, is most likely be the mode of export. And the implication of that for me is that means Nigeria have what it takes to be able to do the export of this product. Nigeria definitely has what it takes. Nigeria definitely has what it takes to be able to do the export of this product. If you are looking for where to buy, where to sell, Libya is a place to go. Then Senegal, then Mozambique, and then Zimbabwe, Cote d'Ivoire, Mauritania, Cameroon, the Gambia, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Kenya, and Sudan. These are the market for egg. Like I said, I'm sure that majority of people importing it are importing it in the dry form. In the dry form. Because that way you can preserve it reasonably. And some even import the shell of the egg. Some import the shell of the egg. Some import it in processed form, like I said, and maybe egg powder, actually. Maybe egg powder, actually. So who are the competitors? If you, by chance, want to consider this for export, who are the competitors? Who should you be concerned about? In terms of who are those that would likely be interested in competing with you, or already on ground to compete with you? It's interesting that 45% of that market is owned by South Africa. As a matter of fact, Morocco and South Africa is controlling 70% of the market. If you add Zambia to it, that would be 92% of the market. What? 92% of the market is controlled by just 3 countries. You know, whenever you see something like this, you need to ask yourself questions. What is making them to be doing such a several millions of dollars in export of that product? And why is it that only few, you know, that some product, a number of African countries are exporting it, but there are some, only few are able to do it. Most likely there is something they got right. Remember, the objective of this program is to stimulate conversation, is to get you to think actually about what is possible and then work towards it. That's our objective, to get you to think about what is possible and then work towards it. So if you're in the agri space, here is an opportunity for you. Here is an opportunity for you to sell egg or eggshell in whatever form that is being sold. In whatever form that is being sold. Of course, like my theory has been for the projection or the trend. The trend there is very clear. The trend there is showing continuous growth in demand for egg. Continuous growth in demand for egg. Remember, your market are Libya, Senegal, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Cote d'Ivoire. And all these 4 countries are using or buying more than 50% of the demand for egg on the continent. And remember your competitors, South Africa, Morocco, Zambia, Uganda, and Tunisia. All right. So let's look more in detail at another product. Here we have dry vegetable. Dry vegetable. I'm happy to see that Africa is doing a lot of export of vegetable. But it's sad to see that Nigeria is not on the radar. Nigeria is not on the radar. You know, what is interesting for me when I look at this data is to see how much some countries are making from products that you might think are insignificant, are not supposed to be a product of concern because they look small, they look like, how much can you do with this? What volume of this can you do? But guess what? You can do much more than you can imagine. That's why I said the program is to stimulate conversation, is to get you thinking and asking yourself, this is not fresh vegetable or frozen, this is dry. The implication of that is this will last longer. The implication of that is this will last longer. So if this is going to last longer, why can't I do it? And you know, there has been so much drive towards agri, let's feed ourselves, agri. The question I'm asking is, so what are you doing in agri? Which of the area of agri are you looking at? Here is an opportunity for you on the African continent. $40 million in import. And in export, $90 million. Remember, $10 million is about 4 billion. $10 million is about 4 billion naira. So to put it in perspective, so that when you see $1 million, almost $100 million of vegetable is exported. Almost $100 million. That is almost 40 billion naira. Vegetable. Vegetable. I'm amazed myself at what volume of vegetable Africa is exporting. And I'm glad that there are more exporters or more volume in export than import. So who are the major buyers? South Africa. What? Nigeria import dry vegetable. Oh. Dry vegetable. Is it that we don't have enough? I'm asking myself a question. I really do not know why. It looked to me like we are really not able to feed ourselves with the massive land mass in this country. And I really cannot blame farmers, because sometimes also while trying to farm, you also consider security. I even heard, I don't know how true that is, but I heard that in some part of the north, to harvest your own farm, bandits will collect money from you. I don't know how true that is. I'm just trying to wrap my head around the reason why Nigeria is importing dry vegetables. I think it's reprehensible. I think it's not acceptable. Vegetable is the least of product we should import. But if you know that we import toothpick and import so many things we are not supposed to be import, maybe I should not be surprised at the import of dry vegetable. All right. South Africa is a major market. Cote d'Ivoire is another market. Senegal is another market. Morocco and Ghana. Egypt and Tunisia. Even though Egypt and Tunisia controls over 85% of the export market. It's also interesting to know that Egypt and Tunisia are also one of the few importers of this product in Africa. So Egypt and Tunisia are doing as much as 85%. Then South Africa also. You know, maybe because of the different type of vegetables. So I've said severally that the fact that a country is importing an item does not mean it cannot export it. Sometimes it might be due to variant, quality, type, and that might explain the reason why the country is exporting the same thing it's importing. The trend line is growing, understandably so, because it's food item, and I've said severally about food item. The fact that food item is extremely needed for survival of people on the continent. The dry vegetable, Morocco, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, and South Africa, major importer and exporter. Egyptians, Tunisians, South African, Zambia, and Morocco. Milk product. Someone is saying audio is not clear. I think it's from your end. I can hear it on Facebook and it's very clear. The person asking that the audio is not clear, maybe you should check your end at Netcon Steven. Kindly check. Maybe you should come out and log in again. Maybe that will be better for you. All right. Milk product. Milk product. This is talking about fermented milk product. Fermented milk product will be something like yogurt. You know, fermented milk product will be something like yogurt, cultured butter, sour cream are among the most fermented dairy products used around the world. Cultured butter, sour cream, and yogurt. But it's interesting to know that Nigeria imports fermented milk products, even though we have cow. But it's also good to know that Nigeria exports fermented milk products. So good news. Good news. because I know we have, not doing badly in this side. So I would have been surprised if we don't, but make a lot of sense that we have fermented milk product from Angola, major importer, 24%, Nigeria, 12%, Mozambique, 11%, South Africa, about 7%, Ghana, 4.5%, Cote d'Ivoire, 3.7%. These are the markets for milk products. And I talk about the fact that they are fermented milk products that Africa currently imports. Remember, the objective of this program is to let us know, understand, and have an idea of the product that Africa currently imports. To have an idea of the product that Africa currently imports. And why are we going through this product? If Africa is currently importing this, that means if I want to take advantage of AFCFTA, these are the products that should be of interest to me. These are the products that should be of interest to me. Why? Because Africa currently imports them. Data is showing that Africa is currently importing them. So if Africa currently imports them, that means there's a potential there. There's an opportunity there. There's something there to enjoy, to take advantage of. This is providing market intelligence to help everyone thinking of this product to be able to take advantage of the product. This is producing market intelligence to help everyone thinking of this product to take advantage of it. And also, you might not be thinking of it. This might be a reason for you to consider it. This might be a reason for you to consider it. On the export side, South Africa is leading. Nigeria is not doing badly. Nigeria is making $3.5 million exporting yogurt. I think that is amazing. That's interesting for me. That's interesting for me. About 10% of the export of this product is done by Nigerians. And that's about $3.5 million. Someone is making over ₦1 billion exporting fermented milk product in Nigeria. Someone is making almost over 2 billion, if I'm not mistaken, or like 1.5 billion, let me say about 1.5 billion naira, just exporting fermented milk product, because that's about $3.5 million. $1 million is about 400, so 3.5 should be over almost 1.5 billion dollars. So a lot of money there, a lot of opportunity there. South Africa is leading, almost half is South Africa alone. Then Zambia, 10.3%. Zambia, 10.3%. Nigeria, 9.36%. Morocco, 8.77%. Senegal, 6.53%. Egypt, 4% of fermented milk product. Fermented milk product. I'm sure a number of business people in the northern part of the country are probably the ones taking advantage of that. But I think also you can take advantage of it from the southern part of the country for those that are interested in dairy products. For those that are interested in dairy products. Another product to look at today is frozen vegetable. I want you to look at something. Africa is exporting a lot of frozen vegetable. Africa is exporting a lot of frozen vegetable. And I think that for me is an interesting one. It's an interesting one because we are doing far in export than we are doing for import. Far in export than we are doing for import. Frozen vegetable are vegetables that have their temperature reduced and maintained to below their freezing point for the purpose of storage and transportation. For the purpose of storage and transportation. Often for far longer than their natural shelf life will permit, until they are ready to be eaten. Until they are ready to be eaten. Frozen vegetable, freezing the vegetable, help to preserve the shelf life in such a way that it becomes a lot easier to transport it through a long distance to the destination. But it's interesting to note that Egyptians are the major exporters. Who are the buyers, in case you are interested? Algerians, Libya, and South Africa. Egypt, Angola, Mauritius, Nigeria is there, Zambia, and South Sudan. On the export side, Egypt and Kenya alone controls 85%. So if I want to do this business, I will go and investigate Egypt. If I want to do this business, I will go and investigate Egypt. What are they doing? You know, there was a time I went for a trade mission in the UK, and I was in the supermarket of a Nigerian, one of the top Nigerian businessmen in the UK. We're in his supermarket, and he showed us vegetables from Egypt, frozen vegetable. This one is ewedu. Frozen ewedu, exported by Egyptians to the UK. That was, in fact, the question I was asking myself is, I don't know what they use it for, but the fact is that I have seen the way they do it. So it was frozen till it got to the destination, and when of course, the retailer received it, they also take it into the freezer. So it remained frozen. Till the end. Till it's purchased, rather. It remained frozen till it's purchased. Egyptian, Kenya take over the market. We have some Moroccan there, some Ugandan, and some South African, being a major exporter of this. But like I said, I'm impressed, because if we are not doing so well with agric, I mean, then what will we do? Because that seems to be our strong and selling point as Africans. So that's, for me, should be a place we must play, and play very well. That's a place we are playing, and we must play very well. Of course, the trend line is expected to continue to soar rather. And the reason being that as far as Africans keep giving birth and increasing in population, then the demand for this product will continue to increase. Remember, the major importers are Algerians, South African, Libya, Mauritius, Nigeria, and the competitors, if you want to export it, will be Egypt, Kenya, Morocco, Uganda, and South Africa. Wood product. I want to check out the amount for wood product. Just check it out. what I'm seeing there is mind-boggling. Mind-boggling, as in, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. Both in import and in export, Africa is doing billions of dollars and over $4 billion. And you will notice that Nigeria is both import and export. But this is of interest to me, really. And you know there are so many wood products, so many wood products, so many wood products. And to think that the quantum of wood products, I think someone needs to look at these wood products here. There's so many wood products, from charcoal to briquette to furniture. So many wood products. So many products of wood beyond what we can imagine, actually. But I'm really, really interested in the volume. The amount looks so much for me. I don't know what you think, but this is a lot. And to think that for the import, Egyptians are doing 36% is also of importance. People export the wood itself. In Nigeria, for example, people do a lot of wood export, even though it's prohibited. The way it's expected to be exported in Nigeria is to add value to it. And in adding value to it, it's not supposed to be exported as raw or sawn, but rather cut into sizes. And I don't think that is even wise. Do you know, I heard, and I'm not surprised when I saw that Nigeria is doing almost 10%. So Nigeria is doing over $300 million in wood product export. There are companies in Nigeria who came from Europe, or either Europe or Asia. But the product is exported to Europe. So there are companies in Nigeria who are producing furniture in Nigeria, not for Nigerian market, but mainly for export abroad. I'm also aware of a company that is producing pineapple in Nigeria, not really for Nigerian market, but for export abroad. That one is producing pineapple somewhere in Enugu State, if I'm not mistaken. And NAPC actually facilitated that particular project. And they are exporting it abroad. This is interesting to me because these people, you know, sometimes when we talk about the fact that there are issues in our country, which are true, no opportunities, which I don't think there is no opportunity. I think there are no enough skill, enough knowledge to be able to take advantage of opportunities, because there are foreigners that came to Nigeria to farm with the sole purpose of exporting the farm product. So these foreigners are living in bush where some of us cannot live. The day this dawned on me was the day 2010 or 2011. I went to Jos. I went to a mining site in Jos. We were doing an export project and we need to procure some minerals. And I went to a mining site in Jos, Plateau State. I was shocked. We traveled 5 hours from Jos to that mine. The mine is somewhere, it's called Zurak. For those that are into mining, it's called Zurak in Plateau State. Guess who are found in the bush, mining Nigeria away? Chinese. I found Chinese in the bush, mining Nigeria away. Chinese in bush where you and I cannot live. So the person that hired, I don't know who they are working with as Nigerian, but they were all, you know the way the Chinese live, they can, 10 of them can live in one room. Just build one house for them and they are all there, and they were mining Nigeria away. There are a lot of foreigners in this country doing all sorts of things that you can never imagine. So what I'm saying in essence is this. Farming, for example. Why will someone leave Zimbabwe to come and farm in Nigeria? Why will someone leave China to come and farm in Nigeria? Why will someone leave Mexico to come and farm in Nigeria? They see potentials, they see opportunities that we are not seeing. You know why? You don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. You don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. You don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. We only see to the degree of what we know. Yes, furniture is part of it. Semi-processed wood is part of it. They are all wood products. They are all wood products. They are all wood products. So these people are coming to Nigeria and they are using our wood to process different wood products, and they are exporting it. And they are exporting it. But I think the market for wood export or wood product export is too much for us to ignore it. We have a lot of that in Nigeria. I think it's too much for us to ignore it. Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, South Africa, even Nigeria, Tunisia, Somalia are major importer of wood products, and they are doing more than almost 80% of the export of wood products, almost 80% of the import of wood products, 4.39 billion. $1 billion is actually of almost 400 billion naira. $1 billion times 4. That's over 2 or 3 trillion. About 1.6 trillion naira for wood product alone in Africa. Who are the exporters of this wood product? Cameroon. I'm not surprised. Gabon. South Africa. Nigeria. Ghanaians. Equatorial Guinea. Congo. Cote d'Ivoire. Sierra Leone are all exporters of this product. Before we close today, let's look at the last one, and this is the last in this series. Like I said, next week I will do a recap. I will go from the beginning to the end of all the products we have examined in this series. We'll just go through them one by one, just for those that, just for a recap before we now start upper week. From upper week, we will start our maximizing. The title is maximizing the potential of AFCFTA. The export potential of AFCFTA. How do we maximize the export market potential of AFCFTA in Africa? How do we maximize that African market? And, in the course of doing this research, some countries are, they are so small. That's why Nigeria must perform sincerely because there's some country, They're just too small. They're small, tiny, tiny countries in Africa. And these are markets, but there are big markets also that we need to consider, we should be looking at. Major buyers and suppliers of water. Now, water looks like water. The first time I encountered this, I went for a program in Kano. It was a training. And I realized the water they gave us to drink has French on it. Immediately I saw French on it, I knew it. That a lot of Nigerians in the north are actually exporting water to the Sahara Desert. They're exporting water to Sahara Desert in the north. A huge opportunity, I must say. And water also is to let you know. So I'm hoping that this has also helped a number of us to know that items of export are so huge. We shouldn't think only of commodity, cashew, cocoa, ginger. Some people, whenever they think of export, the only thing that comes to mind, cashew, cocoa, ginger, gum arabic, they don't even think of our regular day-to-day product. Flavor water, for example. We have looked at flavor water in this series. Flavor water, for example. So many people are importing flavor water. So many are importing flavor water. Now, if Africa is spending $52.4 million to import water, I think that should be very instructive for us. Very, very instructive. And I'm asking myself that this as product that we probably are not even or taking serious. But look at Comoros. Comoros is an island in East Africa. Comoros is an island in East Africa. I'm trying to understand why they are doing so much water import. I'm trying to understand why they are doing so much water import. Comoros is a volcanic archipelago of East African coast in the warm Indian Ocean waters of Mozambique Channel. It's a nation state. And this country is importing over $15 million in water. I'm trying to understand what could be the problem. We can always check that up at your convenience. But what's important for us here is the fact that Comoros is a major market for water import. But I want to check other importers. Check other importers. Can you see? Can you see other importers? You notice a number of them in the North African countries. Niger, Libya, Morocco. But we also see some other countries like Angola, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Egypt, Guinea, Equatorial Guinea are also importers of water. Now, I'm checking something now on this Tanzania taking almost 70% of water export. And I discovered that Tanzania and Mozambique are one of the closest countries to Comoros. So if Comoros is buying water and Tanzania is exporting 70% of water, I'm pretty sure that a good chunk of Tanzania water export is going to Comoros. I can almost guess that a good chunk, because immediately I saw the volume of water that Tanzania is doing, I had to go and check the location of Tanzania. I know Tanzania is in East Africa, but checking it in relation to Comoros, and I can see that they are very close. I don't know the distance, but they are very, very close to each other. So I'm not surprised at all that we're having this amount of water export. South Africa also exports water. I won't be surprised if also go to Comoros. Uganda also is one of the exporters of water, probably supplying Comoros. All right, so we have major exporter, $27 million in export. Obviously, a lot of import of water is coming from outside of Africa. Tanzania, 69%, Egypt, 10.1%, South Africa, 4.85%, Burkina Faso, 4.09%, Uganda, 3.68% are all importers of water. The trend of water import is growing in Africa, as expected. Like I said, the major importer of water in Africa, Comoros, Morocco, South Africa, Libya, Cote d'Ivoire. The competitors, Tanzania, Egypt, South Africa, Burkina Faso, and Uganda. All right, we are coming to the end of the program. I will also entertain your question and comment. Export Business for Busy Executives is an initiative of 3 Thinkers that enable busy executives to invest while they are on their paid job. And you know, fixed deposit now is, I caught some fixed deposit recently, they said 0.1%. But you can get 20% with guarantee on your investment if you invest in that export project. All right, so I will entertain your comment and question. How has been this series? If you have been part of this series from the beginning, how has been the series? I'll wait for your comment.
Welcome, sir. This is the second time I'm coming to see you. I need to know how to go about this export business. Please do relax, sir. With all due respect, I need to see a manager. You guys need to be able to give me enough information about this export business. I'm sorry, sir. The bank is a financial institution. We offer financial advice to the best of our knowledge. This is just waste of time. My manager might be able to give you some recommendations. Please do hold on. Hello, sir. Please do come with me to my office. So I was told you needed information on export business. Well, sir, a lot of opportunities have passed by me in the past few months. I have received so many orders for my product and services abroad, I just don't know how to go about it. Well, it's a good thing you came here today. One of Nigeria's foremost trade consulting firm 3T Impex now provides export support services for both intending and existing exporters. Really? Support services like, well, name it. Export market advisory, export product advisory, export skill acquisition e-learning, export pricing advisory, export contract advisory, export paperwork advisory, export finance advisory, to mention just a few. Wow, this is like a dream come true. How do I contact them to know more? Simply call 0809124449 or send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com. Export service designed just for you. Subscribe to 3T Export Support Services now.
All right. Thank you, Adegoroye. Thank you, Toyi. We appreciate other comments. I mean, that will be an encouragement for us to start a new one. So we appreciate your comment. Thank you very much.
Hey, bro. How are you doing? Long time. I am quite okay. You're looking good, man. You are not looking bad yourself. When did you arrive Lagos? Just a few weeks back. Came to oversee some of my import business. You are still into your export business, right? Yes, of course. How has business been in this COVID period? It's not been too bad, just the COVID sort of slowing down business. How about you? I must confess it's not been easy, aside the numerous challenges. Getting foreign exchange has become a struggle. You are basically into exportation, right? Yes, of course. Since I'm into import and you're into export, I think there's a way you can be of assistance to me in sourcing foreign exchange for my import trade transaction. What are you thinking? I can make funds available to you, and you will use it for your export transaction. We can then agree on a comfortable exchange rate. Upon receipt of your export proceed, I can then use it to pay for my import transaction. Brilliant. I get what you are saying. And of course this can be done in a secured manner with a guarantee. To know more, simply call 08091244449 to join our free webinar or send an email to tradacademy@3timpex.com. Hey bro.
Wow man, you are doing quite good.
You are not doing bad yourself.
How is your business doing these days, with the economic decline here and there? You don't look like you are being affected at all.
Well, it's affecting everyone. I just found a way of, expanding market for my services.
Really? Tell me more.
Let's talk in my office. So basically, I found a way of taking my services to other countries in the world. Hence, I don't have to depend so much on the current economic situation in our country.
Oh my god, this is awesome. But how did you go about it?
Well, thanks to 3TIMPEX and American Institute of Extended Studies, I was able to acquire skills and competence to take my skills to the world. Through Executive Diploma in Service Export Management.
That's just great. Is this program just for everyone? You know I am not into ICT service like you.
Well, the following services and many more can be exported. They are ICT, professional services, management consulting, marketing, training and education, engineering and architectural services, entertainment services, customer services and call center, graphics and photography, HR-related services. Don't get me started on the benefits. Earning in foreign exchange, increased sales volume and so much more.
I'm not waiting to hear more. I'm calling 08036522946 right away.
You can also send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com.
That's it. I'm signing up right away.
To sign up or know more about our services, simply call 08036522946 or send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com.
Someone is asking a question about liquid soap. We have done soap in the past. I would recommend you join the Telegram channel and then check the previous videos. I don't know which part in particular, but we have done this in the past. So you can check the previous edition on the Telegram channel. If you join the channel, that's Toyin Akpan. If you join the channel, I'm sure you'll be able to see the previous videos, and then you can easily know which one. But I'll be going through all that we have done next week from beginning to the end. So I'm sure that will also help you to be able to ensure that that will help you to be able to to know which one and probably be able to trace it afterwards. All right.
Hey Paul. What a surprise to see you. In the port, of all places.
Life is full of surprises, I guess.
You and your sense of humor. I came to relax at the riverbank before I sighted you. So, what on earth brings you to the port?
Actually, I came to oversee the export of my products.
You must be joking, right?
No, I'm not.
When did you start producing? Not to talk of exporting?
I actually started some few months ago. I now produce and export processed food items. And basically I am here to oversee the shipment myself.
Wow. It's been barely 15 months since I last saw you. Won't you tell me how all this happened?
Of course I will. Let's go grab a sit.
So how did you become an exporter in such a short time?
Well, the last time we met I told you of my plans on exiting paid employment. So I was looking out for a business to go into. A few weeks later, I came across a training program organized by 3T Impex Trade Academy, one of Nigerian's foremost trade consulting companies.
Really?
Yes, the training is tagged From Export Novice to Export Legend.
Sounds great. Tell me more.
After 6 months, I completed the diploma in export business management. And in another 6 months, I successfully produced and packaged, even without having a manufacturing company.
Amazing.
I know, right? And all this is aside the free export advisory services, free export license, free books and audio materials, to mention just a few.
Wow, thank the heavens I came down to the port today. I am definitely considering this. How can one get started?
Simply call 0809-124-4449 or visit www.globaltradecollege.com. You can also send an email to tradacademy@3timpex.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Be a pal, own your own export business, and become an export legend today.
As we round up this series, next week, what we're going to do next week basically is to be able to show all the product, because I know a number of people were not part of it at the beginning, but that's fine. We're going to show all the product. So at least you have an idea of all the products were treated. I'm going to run through them within an hour without saying so much about it. And I'm hoping I'll be able to finish that within just one session. And then, like I said, from upper week, we're going to start a brand new series. And that one new series will last us for almost a year, because we're going to be going through 50 countries in Africa. And I'll be spending about 30 minutes to 1 hour every week going through the market in each of the countries. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you very much for coming. Bye-bye.